Good morning, everybody. Today, Molly is going to be with me. She's going to help me with my lesson. But today is just going to be very quick. It's just, a quick review of the week, and then I'm going to show you what your assignment is. So, this week we looked at two books. Okay. The first book we looked at was A Bad Case of Stripes. And the second book, oh, okay, bye. The second book that we looked at was Stand Tall, Molly Melon. Okay. So, Samaya, what was the name of the main character in A Bad Case of Stripes?
Um, I forgot her name.
Starts with a C.
Camilla.
Yes. And what was she like? Describe her to
Uh,
me.
she liked llama beans.
Okay.
She she used to try to please people.
Okay. Good. Did she what was she like closer to the end of the book?
She started eating llama beans and she stopped pleasing.
Good. So, Alasia, what was the main conflict in A Bad Case of Stripes?
Camilla Camilla had stripes all over her body, and she couldn't go to school because the principal said it was a distraction.
Okay, very good, very good. And so she solved that conflict how? How did the stripes go away, Bryant?
With llama beans.
With lima beans, very good. So she ate lima beans, and so that is what allowed the stripes to go away. Lima beans. So very good. So with A Bad Case of Stripes, we looked at our main character Camilla, and within the book, the main conflict was she had stripes and she couldn't get them away. The principal would not allow her to go to school. To solve that conflict, she ate lima beans, and that made the stripes go away. Very good. Thank you all. So our second book was Stand Tall, Molly Lou Melon. Okay. Who's our main character in Stand Tall, Molly Lou Melon? King.
The the nigga.
What's her name?
What's her name? Uh,
In Stand Tall, Molly Lou Melon.
Marty Llewellyn.
What's her name?
What's her name?
Think about the title.
Think about the title. What's the title of the book? What's the title of the book? What's the title of the book was? I love the title of the book. That's what the title says.
Ladarian, can you help him?
Yes,
What's the title? What's the title of the book?
Molly Melon.
Right, Stand Tall, Molly Lou Melon. So what's the main character?
Molly Melon.
Molly Lou Melon, right. So sometimes it's not clear who we have to read to find out who the main character is. Sometimes it is clear. It says it in the title, Stand Tall, Molly Lou Melon. So we as scholars have to be able to use all of our features, everything that we have to help us understand certain things about the text. And with that, the text says what her name is, who the book is going to be about, and it's Stand Tall, Molly Lou Mellon. Okay. So in that book, what was Molly like? Bryant, what was Molly like?
She stuck pennies on her teeth.
She stuck pennies on her teeth. What else, Alasia?
She was she was herself and she didn't try to impress people.
She was herself and she didn't try to impress people. Tamaya, what's the main conflict in Molly Lou Mellon?
The main conflict was I think Molly New Melon kept getting picked on.
Victim of what?
She kept getting picked on because she was shorter than other kids.
Right. She was a victim of bullying. She kept getting picked on. Ronald Durkin kept bothering her. He kept saying stuff about how tall she was. He kept saying stuff about her teeth. He kept saying stuff about how she couldn't do this and how she couldn't do that. So he was picking on her. Okay. How was the conflict solved, Daniel Evans? How did the book end?
Go eat. I'm not going This calculator not coming out. I bring the homework key.
Okay, hold on, because it's kind of loud over there. Bryant, how was the conflict solved? How'd the story end?
Ronald Durkin had gave her a penny to stack on her teeth.
He gave her a penny to stack on her teeth, and how did that solve the conflict?
He was being nice to her.
He's being nice, right? So he spent the whole book being mean to her, treating her bad, talking about her, and then all of a sudden he just started being nice. And so he realized I'm being mean to her for no reason. There's no reason for me to be rude. There's no reason for me to disrespect her. She hasn't done anything to me. Even when I have disrespected her, she's never been disrespectful back. So that showed him that, hey, I'm kind of being foolish. Like he says, I'm being foolish. I'm not being reasonable. I'm being very rude and I need to fix myself. And so he fixes it. He gives her, like Bryant said, he gives her a stacking penny, puts it on his, to put her on her teeth to kind of give her a peace offering to show her, hey, I know I was kind of mean, but I want to be nice now. So I'm going to give you a stacking penny. Now, he didn't say that. That wasn't written. He just gave it to her. And so that shows us just how important nonverbal discussion is. If I tell you all the time, Alasia, you're so nice, you're so cool, but then I go back and I talk about you or I treat you some type of way, then that lets you know the nonverbal is going to speak way louder than whatever I say to you. Okay. And so that's why it's important that we understand that from that book because that transpires to what happens in real life. So we talked about the theme of these two books and they have a similar theme. Okay, we talked about it. What was it, Tamaya?
They both were different.
They both were different, but what was the common message between these two stories?
Oh, don't try to please no one else.
Don't try to please anybody else. Be yourself. Be who you are. It's okay to look weird. It's okay to like things that other people don't like. That's perfectly fine. But what's not okay is to change yourself for what you feel like other people think you should be. Okay. So really good, guys. I told you I wasn't gonna keep you super long today, because it's Friday, and I know that y'all wanna have fun for the weekend. So just a quick review of what we talked about. We went back, we looked at both stories. We looked at A Bad Case of Stripes, and we looked at Molly Lou Melon. We discussed the two characters. The main character of Bad Case of Stripes is Camila. We talked about her. We talked about Molly Lou Melon, and how she was, what the conflict of both stories was, how the conflict was solved, and then what theme was woven into both stories. I'm going to show you your assignment. Okay, so Friday, what you're going to do is you're going to have a writing assignment. And pretty much everything that we just talked about is what you're going to be using to write your writing for today. So you're going to look at the two characters, and we just did that. We've done that at least twice this week. So we're going to look at the two characters. You're going to think about how are the characters alike? What's the same about them? You're going to think about how are the characters different? What's different about them? We've talked about that as well. Then I want you to look at both stories. Give me a quick summary of both stories. So quick summary, remember, is quick. When we did our summary just now, it was quick. I said who the main character was, what the conflict was, how the conflict was solved. Boom, okay? Do that for both. And then explain the theme of both, the common theme of both, okay? Take a picture of that, send it to me via Class Dojo. If you forget what you're supposed to do, remember, you just go back to Clever, click on assignment instructions, scroll to the bottom of the page, and it'll show you. Okay, scroll all the way down to Friday, and it'll show you what to do. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all good? Anybody need any help? Remember, if you need something, you text me either on Class Dojo or a lot of your moms have my personal number, so they can text me on my phone as well. Questions?
No. Did you fix London?
Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. Make sure that you be safe. Please try to stay in the house. I know it's frustrating, but do everything you can to be safe. And I will see everybody Monday. Okay. Bye-bye, y'all. Have a good day. Molly says bye.
Bye.
Away.
Bye.